Sunny 95.
Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kavitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but were too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kavitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kavitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kavitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kavitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kavitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kavitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kavitko. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. In honor of Father's Day 2018, I'm going to bring you fatherly advice from CADs of Dads, okay? And some of the advice is going to be dental because I got to thinking I'm a dad too, so I can give my advice over the air as well as some others. So, hey, before we get started, I'd like to remind you, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kavitko. If you'd please go to my office Facebook page and like us, that would be awesome. Plus, all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. And we're not streaming live on Facebook because my Facebook page has the word publish where it should say post, and if anybody knows how to make the word post come up, I'd be happy to hear from you. If you're a dentist with at least 3 years experience, please give me a call. I'm looking for an associate. We're growing, which is a good problem to have. It's 614-262-9588, 614-262-9588. Or if you'd like to send me an email, it's bkavitko@aol.com, and I'm also looking for an EFTA. Okay, one last little reminder before we move on with the show, and that is, in about 10 minutes, you're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. And we try to make the question easy, because we know it's early, and so if you just pay attention a little, you'll be able to win those free flowers. The number you'll be calling when you call is 614-459-9769. Don't call now, but you can pre-program it into your phone if you would like, 614-459-9769. All right, I want to wish Dino Tripodis good luck. His last day on the show was a couple days ago, and he's got a lot of things planned. I went to his reception afterwards, and he's got some good things coming, so he's very excited, and we're going to miss him here at the station, but he's a good guy. And many of you know that I'm his dentist too, so. All right, so what I did is I found some fatherly quotes, and some of them are kind of interesting. And here's one that's interesting. It says, this is a quote from a dad, and so this one thing, let me just tell you, a lot of this is going to come from an article written by Sarah Coughlin. She wrote it in 16, but she just updated it, what would that be, 4 days ago. And it was 22 women on the best advice they got from their dads. Okay, so let me just get that out there. Sarah's responsible for a lot of these. Not all of them, because the one I was about to tell you, I just found on the internet, and the best I can tell, there is no author, so no one to... Oh, no, a gentleman named Richard Castle, so I'll give credit to him. Okay, so here's what the dad's advice was. Retaliation is not the answer. You're going to have to deal with mean, backstabbing girls your whole life. You need to learn to be smart enough to rise above, okay? And then he followed up by saying, did you kick her butt? Good girl. So anyway, here's another one. This one is written by Steve Toltz, and it says, I'll teach you how to leave the windows of your heart open when it looks like rain, and how everyone has a stump where something necessary was amputated. So, that's an interesting way of saying we all have scars that have happened to us over time, and we shouldn't let that change the way we act as we move forward. I think we've all been hurt in some way, and if we went into a shell, if we really did that, we went into this shell and just didn't let anybody, never put yourself in that position again so you couldn't be hurt again, pretty soon we'd just be sitting at home doing nothing. So anyway, now I want to make sure that some of the advice that I'm going to give you is from me, because I'm a dad. I have 4 children, And before I forget, let me just give a shout out in memory of my dad, Louis Kvitko, memory of my father-in-law, George Arnesick. But also, I want to acknowledge my son, Brian Kvitko. He's a dad of 2 boys, ages 4 and 8. My daughter's husband, my son-in-law, Corey, they have 2 daughters, ages 23 months and whatever 16 months less than that is, 7 months. And yeah, something like that. And also, my daughter's fiance, he has 3 children, and we were out on Alum Creek Lake in the boat yesterday. Jim. All right, so let me think. I want to make sure I get everybody out there. I'll get my producer's dad's name here in a minute. Matt. Okay, so I'm going to give a shout out to Matt, my producer's dad. How about that? I didn't know his dad's name. All right, so for me, as a dad, I would tell my kids, you wouldn't think that a dentist would say, eat whatever you want. And I'm talking candy. I didn't take their Halloween candy away or anything. I just said, eat whatever you want. Just make sure you brush your teeth afterwards. And I think that's great advice. It really is. You tell somebody they can't do something, it's all they want. Can't watch TV, that's all they want to do. Can't watch video games, that's all they want to do. They'll sneak around and find a way to play those video games, right? So, anyway, so, yeah, remember that. That's what I told my kids. It's, brushing and flossing and keeping things clean is the most important part of what you do. Another one I mentioned to my, especially the daughter, I mentioned her name was Mindy, the one who's marrying Jim. She came in for a dental appointment, and I found a cavity, and she was incensed. How could this be? And so I told her, my advice to her was, just because your dad is a dentist doesn't mean you can't get cavities. I think she thought it did. I think it was her first one. She was a teenager by that time. Another one, and this would be in relation to my oldest son. I said, hey, I know you don't want braces now, but I'm a dentist. Believe me, you're going to appreciate this. Just do it. You'll thank me later. And I could imagine in another household where somebody was told that, like maybe the child said to the mom or dad, I don't want braces. I don't mind having crooked teeth. They'd have just backed off. But being a dentist and knowing how important it is, and by the way, we're not just talking about cosmetics. We're talking about my ability as a dentist to see if there's decay, because if the teeth are crooked, the x-rays can't get a good view in between, so I wouldn't see early cavities. And also when it comes to cleaning your teeth, if they are turned and twisted and in weird ways, it's hard for you to get floss in there, and it's easy for food to get caught in there. It's actually, and think about it, if orthodontics was for cosmetics, no insurance company would ever cover it, because they don't pay for cosmetics. I had that conversation on Friday with a patient that I had asked about having her teeth straightened, and she goes, well, I want to check with my insurance company because I feel like they'll probably call that cosmetic, and then I won't be able to afford it. So anyway, yeah, it is something that you should do, can do, and it's better for you. So my 3 quotes for the first, segment of this show were, eat whatever you want, just to be sure you brush your teeth afterwards. And just because your dad is a dentist doesn't mean you don't get cavities. And when I said, I know you don't want braces, just do it, you'll thank me later. Those are the 3. You probably need to remember those because I think we'll use them for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. Okay, so now I'm going to start in on the ones that I said Sarah Coughlin's article showed. So to set up the quote, we have to tell you a little bit of a story that's a background to it. So in this person, remember, these are from women, advice that their dads gave them. So as the baby of the family, I foolishly assumed that the day I left for college would be an emotional one for my dad. And I don't know the name of these women that are who these quotes are attributed to. It wasn't mentioned in the article either. So she goes on to say, we just finished moving all my stuff into my dorm, and my parents had a 5-hour drive back home ahead of them, so it was time to say goodbye. Quote, will you guys miss me? I asked my dad. Quote, no, he said, this is just the thing you do now. Besides, we would have made you leave at the house at 18 anyway. So, then she kind of, in her little thing here, she writes, totally unsentimental? Yes. Did this just the thing you do now become my go-to pep talk? Yes. Thanks for keeping me grounded, Dad, she said. And, it's true, because my kids, we raise our kids to know that something you do in life is you go to college. It'd be cool if every parent could do that. Not everybody can. my kids grew up knowing that you go to college after high school, just like you grew up knowing you go to 3rd grade after 2nd, right? And you go to 10th grade after 9th. So 12th grade is high school senior, freshman is a college freshman, and it's just one of those things. I might have said the same thing as the point. and it was like, I hoped I wasn't sending them off to parties, so for me it was just like, okay, I got to go home. Make sure you study hard so you don't waste all our money. Okay, another one is, and this woman is writing, I went through a typically dramatic breakup in high school. My dad talked me through my tears a bit, and once I'd calmed down, he looked at me, smiled, and said, you know what? Next. Bring on the next guy, right? And I could see myself doing that too. And that is good advice, because people get so attached and think that this is the guy. I mean, if this is the guy, you wouldn't have had that. You wouldn't have had that conversation. He wouldn't have been bolting or whatever. And people deserve to be happy. 100% believe that. And if this isn't the one that makes you happy, you're not the one that makes them happy, don't push it. You just can't. You can't make somebody feel a certain way, I don't think. Okay, here's another one. And there are 21 of these, by the way. She actually wrote 22, but one of them I couldn't even understand and didn't even have to try to figure out. So I have 21 of her 22. Okay, so the third one is my dad, when giving me the drug talk, said, look, I did a lot of crazy crap. He did not use that word. I changed the word when I was your age, like all the crazy crap. And trust me, it isn't worth it. So that was his advice to her. Don't do what I did. By the way, dads, I don't think that works. I think you have to live it. The kids learn better by watching what you do. If you get to work on time, they'll get to work on time. If you say you're going to do something on Sunday and you're not there, that's setting an example that it's okay to not be there when you've promised you would be. So by example is better. Don't know if this actually worked out, but maybe it did, because this girl thought it was kind of a cool quote. Number 4 is never commit a misdemeanor while you're committing a felony. I don't know what that means other than, I guess if you're robbing a bank, don't speed. I wish I could have called up these women and found out what they, if there was any backstory there. But, yeah, misdemeanor is like a minor offense, maybe a license tag, But anyway, so, hey, it's looking like we're going to have to go to a break and do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. And so remember, you're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. They'll be delivered to place of business this Tuesday afternoon. If you want to pre-program the phone, it is 614-459-9769. But as you know, before we do the contest, we'd like you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. One winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
All right, and as I mentioned, we're doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. You're going to have a chance to win free flowers from DeSantis Florist. Today, in honor of Father's Day, we are bringing you fatherly advice and, some quotes that people have obtained from their dads over time. But in this case, we're talking about which of the following describes some of the advice that came from me as a dentist to my kids, okay? Or to people in general. So A, eat whatever you want, just be sure you brush your teeth afterwards. B, just because your dad is a dentist doesn't mean you can't get cavities. C, I know you don't want braces just now, but just do it. You'll thank me later. Or D, all of the above. All right, the winner's going to receive those free flowers. The number to call, 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
You won't believe it though. I wanna hear your mind. And there's nothing else in the world tonight. She said, people don't take the time. Hey, people don't take the time.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, Hi, I'm Dr. Kavitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and road show. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kavitko.
Dr. Kavitko, let's go!
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kavitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. All right, we're back. We're doing Dr. Kavitko's question of the day. We have 4 callers on the line. We have Sarah, Gina, Lane, and Tom. And turns out we flipped the dice, and it came up 3. So that would be Lane. Hey, Lane, how are you today?
Pretty good.
Good. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling. Are you a dad, by the way?
What was that?
Are you a dad?
I am not.
Okay. But you have one.
Yes, I do.
Do you want to wish your dad a happy Father's Day?
Sure.
What's his name?
Dave Campbell.
Okay. Dave Campbell. Happy Father's Day, Dave. All right, Lane, do you have the answer?
Yeah, it's D, all of the above.
Yes, it is. Okay, awesome. So, what do you do for a living, Lane?
I'm a carpenter.
Oh, boy, you're probably working like crazy. There aren't enough of you guys to go around, are there? He's probably just getting to bed from staying up late last night and working. Anyway, Lane, stay on the line. We're going to get the information where we can send you those flowers, okay?
All right.
Okay, and Tom, Sarah, and who was the other one? Gino? Call back next week if you will. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I gave him the sheet. Okay, so let's go back if you're just joining us. This is episode 544 of The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kavitko, and I'm happy you're listening. We're going to continue with, basically, fatherly advice from Cads of Dads. That's what I've entitled this episode. And so we were on number 5 of that list of about 21 different quotes or advice from dads. And these are letters, or these are responses from women about the best advice their dad had given them. So the next one is, my dad has taught me a lot about empathy. He's constantly urging me to see the good in everyone and is the first to remind me not to judge people too quickly. Though I may be frustrated or annoyed with someone, he's made me realize that everyone goes through different things in life, so as much as a person is accountable for their own actions, their irritating behavior may be caused by a bigger issue that we have to be more understanding of. And I think that's really good. I think, and I've given this advice to anybody to listen myself, which is basically, let's say there's somebody road rage. They're on your bumper, they want to get around you, and so rather than retaliating and hitting your brakes, making it hard for them to get around you, you don't know. Maybe their wife just had a heart attack, or even worse, maybe their wife and 3 kids were just in a car accident, and he's rushing to the scene. You know what I mean? So if we can just be all a little more patient, that would be great. And that reminds me, I was driving the other day, and I was in behind this car, and it says something like, the closer you get, the slower I drive. Another one says, my brakes are great, how's your insurance? Kind of reminding somebody, if you're going to tailgate them, that you shouldn't, because they might just hit the brakes and then you'll crash into them. Not a very nice thought that somebody would do that on purpose. But so you have those people out there, and I thought it was a very effective bumper sticker, by the way. And so, oh, and you know what? Here's another one of advice from me, and not all of mine are dental, but a lot of them will be. So this one was my father. This is a piece of advice from my dad. He said, be smart in school. Get yourself trained so that you can have a job that requires your brain, not your brawn. Because your brawn will give out, but your brain won't. And I think Stephen Hawking, who recently passed away, was the best example of that I can think of. All right? And so dentistry, yeah, we do a lot of things with we're moving our hands and we're extracting teeth and doing fillings, but it's not as physical as maybe Lane has with the carpentry work. But I'm sure he loves what he does. Oh, and then there's this, just brush the teeth you want to keep. There's some advice, right, from a dad. Remember, he won't know that you have a cavity Takes a dentist to find that. Tooth decay will never go away on its own. Gum disease will never go away on its own. So those are some more of mine. And also, there are the standard ones. Measure twice, cut once. Right? Do it right the first time. That sort of thing. So, okay, let me go back to the ones that the women provided or, answered. Okay, so we are at, I believe it's number 7 or 6. At every important stage of life, my dad has taught me and said, okay, life lesson. Here's one of my favorite life lessons from this woman who wrote it. I was worried about a story a supervisor at my job wanted to pursue that I felt was a pinch unethical. He said, so my dad said, always trust your instincts. You have the best moral compass out of anyone I know. It feels wrong. If it feels wrong, then it is wrong. And that's a good one. Yeah, if you're not sure of something, maybe you think your boss is cheating people, or maybe you don't like the fact that somebody's, making up a story to get out of a ticket or to get out of some obligation. Well, you're probably right, and maybe you don't want to be a part of that. Here's one. My dad was the one who taught me to respect myself and not take crap from anyone. And again, I'm paraphrasing. I think that word's okay, but the other one starts with an S, probably isn't, right? Okay, yeah. And I mean anyone. He also stressed the importance of financial independence. Quote, take care of yourself, money is real. Oh, and he told me to never get on the back of dudes' motorcycles. That's good advice too, because the medical profession calls motorcycles donor cycles. Sadly, there were 3 motorcycle deaths in one day in Columbus, 2 days ago, I believe, and or Harvest Davidsons. It's sad, but that's true. And so you're better off not getting on a cycle. And by the way, I have a motorcycle license. I actually have driven motorcycles. I just haven't for several years because I'm thinking that's maybe not a good idea for me either. Looks like I'm up against a break. You're listening to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. This is episode number 544, and we'll be right back.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, on the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, General Dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
All right, we're back. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 544. And in honor of Father's Day, which is today, we're bringing you quotes from dads and some other people's dads. And also I'm throwing in some of my own, so let me go back to my list. Okay, here's one. If your dentist wants to take an x-ray, let her, or let him. Let him do it, because they don't ask for this stuff for willy-nilly. And remember I said you would know if you had a cavity? Well, your dentist isn't going to know either unless you let them take an x-ray. Okay. Oh, by the way, I had a root canal on Friday, so we need dentistry too. And my tooth is still sore. But anyway. Okay. The pain of the needle pales in comparison to the pain of a toothache. And my producer can attest to that, am I right? How was the needle, by the way?
Which
when we numbed you for the root canal.
Oh, it was terrifying just to look at.
Terrifying?
It was fine. Once you got it in, once you started going,
Okay, so nothing like the pain that brought you to the office.
No.
Okay, just want to get that out there. And here's something interesting. Friend or foe, smile and they will know. That's a little limerick I just wrote, but it's true because research has shown that you can tell if somebody is within 300 yards away, you can tell if somebody is smiling. So you know they're friendly, unless they're going to smile until they come up and stab you. But, I'm thinking about years ago, like in the 1800s or something, you're crossing the country and you come across somebody, you don't know if they're out to get you or they're just going to wave and smile when you get close. You can tell from 300 yards away. That's a long way. That's 3 football fields, but still, you would know if they were mean and out to get you from that far away. So likewise, they're going to know that you're friendly and want to maybe be friends if you're smiling, and it's very simple to do. Okay, so now let's go back to the truth. Here's another quote from a dad. The truth is the best lie. Now, when I first read that, I was like, what? But then the translation is, face your mistakes head on and don't get lost telling lies. So the point is, just tell the stinking truth. Just tell the truth. So much easier. You don't have to think about it, try to remember what you said on Thursday because now you're being asked on Friday. Just tell the truth. Face it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm the one that, dinged your car. Whatever it is, just tell the truth. It's so much easier. Okay, another one. There are 3 kinds of people in this world. Those who make things happen, those who sit back and watch things happen, and those who say, wait, what happened? Be the person who makes things happen. And I like to think that that's me. And I like to think that I've passed that on to my kids. It's also known as type A personality, but, I think my kids have it, which is, I think it's a good problem. A little more stressful, we don't get as much sleep, but I think it's a good way to be. Just think if the world had more of those people. Hey, my light my light came back on, but then it went back out. Got this little spotlight in the studio. I really haven't been drinking, by the way. I don't drink. That should be something I should have said. Okay, here's another one. My dad always taught my sisters and me that we are all we have. We should be loyal to each other, above all else, and cherish the time we have together. I don't think any of us appreciated it until we stopped living under one roof. And I know one person that's still not true for. Right? I'm getting a nod. Another one is, the best advice I've ever received from my dad is, you are in charge of your own fun. Notice the absence of a contraction between you and are. This advice is intended to be as straightforward and as full of conviction as it sounds, but it can be interpreted in some many different ways. For example, when we were on a family vacation, and one of us doesn't want to golf 18 holes for the 5th day in a row, we can comfortably opt out by citing that quote, we are in charge of our own fun, Dad. And we can rest assured that all of the other family members will heartily understand. So that's pretty cool. And by the way, my daughter Mindy and her fiancé Jim are taking me golfing after the show ends, so looking forward to that. I hope they don't mind that I haven't golfed yet this year, and I'm probably going to stink, but we'll see. Okay, another one. Growing up, I always wanted to spend as much time as possible with my friends. I had major anxiety. My dad would always tell me that it was important to, quote, leave the party before you stop having fun. I'm not exactly sure what that means other than don't wear out your welcome or something, or, all good things have to come to an end. I'm trying to figure out that one, but it is true that some people stay too long, whether it's in a relationship or something. Okay, I'm getting that symbol that says my time is pretty much up or almost up. Let me just kind of check. Obviously, we're not going to get to all of these, but we might be able to get to it in another show. So how about we go ahead and wrap up? Let me just say that, remember, I'm looking for a dentist, so if you would give me a call, 614-262-9588, or you can send me an email to bkvitko@aol.com. I'm also looking for an EFTA, so if you're one of those, call us as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's at Dr. Kvitko, and visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember, all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email to speaking@thereasonswesmile.com.